Hey everybody, Raven here, and if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscription button, tap that notification bell, bing, so you don't miss all the really cool upcoming content and live streams that we have here on the channel. Today, I want to talk about silver, ladies and gentlemen, and yes, the current dip in the valuation of it, what's going on right now. The latest I saw was JM Bullion. I took a look over there, 2344 at 1040 on August 10th, 2021. Now, I've been really quite pleased with my predictions for silver. I've said many times, I voiced that when the silver squeeze happened that it wouldn't go above 30, and then recently I said I think it's going to go down to the low 20s, maybe high teens, and settle there for a little bit before it starts to go back up. Silver runs in cycles, as we all know, and sometimes there's no real rhyme or reason for why it changes the way it does. Gold took a hit as well, but it looks like it's trying to make a little bit of a rally back. It's up $2 to 17.35, but man, that's a huge hit. And then you got platinum back up over 1,000, and just the other day they were saying how platinum's under $1,000. So you just kind of have to wait out the storms and watch things. Now, I'm not a financial advisor by any means. I am a private collector and a coin collector and a stacker, and I share my tips and my insight with you guys, and you can either follow what I'm doing or not follow what I'm doing. But either way, I think that so far I've had a very valid point in what's going on in the silver markets, and I really think that in the near future, like I said, it's going to settle down still a little bit more, and then probably rally back just a little bit, because like I said, it's a cycle. It goes in like waves, and when you can get in on a dip and you can afford it, you definitely want to take advantage. So if you have in your budget a certain amount of money set aside for silver, and in this month, and you can see that it's super low, you might, front load that to this point in time and start grabbing some silver because it's a little bit lower than we've seen in quite a while. Now, here's the other side of that coin. You might buy it now, and in a couple days, it drops $2 or $3, and depending on how much you invested, you could potentially lose hundreds or even maybe thousands of dollars, just because you didn't wait that little bit of time. Or it could go up really quick and you just bought it and you're doing really well. That's the beauty of silver investment and gold investments and whatnot, because you're never 100% sure of what's going to happen. Like I said, it's speculation. People throw their hat in the ring all the time and discuss the things that they think are influencing it and driving things. And, like I said earlier in this video, I think honestly that, people are back into their jobs, getting back into the swing of thing, even though the pandemic is in full force. People are focusing on different stuff now and trying to get back to the regular lives. We've seen it in the channels, different channels I've seen have less live viewership and whatnot, and that's just indicative of people finally getting back into the swing of regular life. But either way, ladies and gentlemen, I really do and think that, like I said, silver will probably drop just a little bit more. I'm actually hoping that it hits the high teens, just for my personal investment wants. But for a lot of people, they don't want it to actually dip that low because, if you bought it $30 almost, we didn't hit 30, but with the premiums and everything that were going on, most people were spending more than $30 an ounce for silver not too long ago, even though the spot prices were 26, 27 and whatnot. So if you think of that way, you could potentially have a big loss if silver keeps going down. I mean, already, from 27 down to 23, that's $4. That's a big difference than what we've seen recently. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys make sure to stack your silver, buy when it's low, sell when it's high if you got to flip it. But for me, it's a long-term investment, and I always buy silver Because I have to. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to correspond, it's ravenhawkcoins@gmail.com. Our P.O. Box is 721-296 Norman, Oklahoma, 73070. That's for any trades that you might want to do. Just email us and we'll talk about it. Like always, please make sure to take care of one another, and we'll see you in the near future. Ravenhawk Coins, have a great day.